last time we had dealt with Baraita, and due to the time restraint, I could not do the comparison for Baraita. Okay. If you all remember the characteristics of Baraita, you should remember the singularity. Okay. That is, it's enough for one single milestone to be delayed for us to call a Baraita, I mean, for us to prescribe a Baraita. And Baraitas are generally quite backward mentally and physically. They are considered to be dwarfs. They're considered to be, in layman's term, imbeciles or idiots. Okay, because their IQ is also low. Okay, they're more of shy people, very shy people. They're more of people who stay alone. They're more of routinists. Okay, and they do not take up anything new, especially responsibilities. Okay, physically, Baraita has a very good action on the arteries, okay, causing atherosclerosis or indurations. Okay. Then the second most important sphere of action is tonsils. Glands actually, but more towards tonsils. Very sensitive to cold. And especially when the foot sweat is suppressed, they get tonsillitis. Okay. So that is very important. So I just gave you a brief thing about Baraita. Now we'll go to the comparison. So Baraita with Silesia, anticipatory anxiety. Baraita, because of their, they cannot do anything, right? They are very, what do you say, low in intellect. They have anxiety on one's own capability. Okay. But Silesia, on the other hand, one's own image. The image is the highest thing for Silesia. They have to protect their image. Okay. That is why they're so obstinate. So they have starting trouble, and one's own image, anticipatory anxiety is Silesia. Intellect. So Baraita are generally considered to be slow and backward. We know this. Silesia is very smart. They are very quick. They have very excellent memory, high intellect, quick grasping, and good memory. So what are the similarities between both of them? Both have the general chilliness and sensitiveness to damp, but Silesia is chill. The chill is more prominent, and there is absence of single effects. Both have a marasmic in appearance, emaciated with a pot belly and open fontanelles, but Baraita is seen to be associated with mental backwardness, which is often seen in Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, etc. So coming to Calcarea, another very important comparison with Baraita. So Calcarea is lazy and sluggish, both mentally and physically. Work isn't completed because of laziness. This is not the thing in Baraita. Baraitas are not lazy. It's just that they cannot do it. They do not have the intellect. They do not have the, what do you say, the proper things that could take them to do it. That makes them to do it. That is not there. So in Baraita, the subject is not capable to carry out the tasks due to impulses not being transformed into actions. So it starts from the sensorium, it starts from the mind, the brain. There is no impulse to do it, okay? But they want to do it. Calcarea doesn't want to do it. So milestones. General delay in all the milestones is Calcarea. Singular milestones can be delayed, not all, in Baraita. The main keynote, okay? If you go to Boger is written single or singularity in capitals. So please don't forget that. So what are the similarities? Baraita is similar to Calcarea Foss with the emaciated look, pot belly, and open fontanelles. So coming to Ferrum. Ferrums relate to Baraita and the vascular sphere. I told you, right? Ferrum acts very good on the the vasomotors, the vessels, the blood, etc. So Ferrum has anxieties felt as palpitations with pseudoplethora as the characteristic. Okay. Any anxiety, any pain, any emotion comes out in the form of congestion and pseudoplethora in Ferrum. Okay. Baraita doesn't have the pseudoplethora. Ferrum also presents with predominant gastric disturbances in the form of intolerance to eggs and multiple food allergies. So with magnesium, anxieties of magnesium are deep-seated and expressed itself in the form of dreams. Okay. MAG generally, as you know, produces spasms, which are seen in the barium chloride poisoning. Okay, coming to natrum, both natrum and baryta have a slowness of learning to walk and talk. Okay, natrum also is very good for backward children. Okay, especially with a history of abandonment or lack of love during gestation. Okay, that is natrum, like magnesium again. Natrums are kind of irritable. They are hostile people. Okay, it differs in the mental sphere where it shows as tantrums, immense irritability, and hostility, which are seldom seen in baryta. So with lycopodium, at the declining phase where there is decline in the memory level, lyco can be related to baryta. So lycos crumple at the end of their life. Barytas also crumple at the end of their life. But they differ because lyco always has flatulence and characteristic 4 p.m. aggravation will be there in lycopodium. So I think this is the final one with borax. Borax has the slowness in learning to talk and single effects. So just like baryta, it also has the single effects. But borax has a base of natrum. So natrum is a remedy which makes borax, the base of natrum makes borax brood. Okay. Also, borax presents with flatulence and stomatitis. Okay. Yeah. So that is the comparison of baryta. I hope that you all understood at least some things about it.